Before we continue, would you mind subscribing to this channel? We've been doing lots of work, engaging with lots of brands and bringing you the best of everything that's available in the market. We cannot otherwise without your support. We need your support to continue to engage with brands and bring the latest and greatest in tech. Additionally, why we ask for your support is because we specifically ask for discounts for our viewers, and they will all be exclusive discounts through My Next Best. So all we ask is to continue to support the channel. This family needs to grow bigger, so we are stronger, better together. So we work with the brands to bring bigger and better discounts for you guys. Thank you so much if you've subscribed. Let's continue. What's up guys, you're watching My Next Best, and in this video we've got the all new Samsung S25 Ultra. No, it's not Ultra, it's definitely not Ultra, but it's the one that we think is the most sensible one to buy in the S25 lineup. This is the S25 Plus. If you're in the UK, you'd get this box from DPD, and here it says, ready to get started. Pull this tab. So let's do it. Your Galaxy is waiting. So this is a box that can be used if you wanted to return, for example. If there was any issues, or if you have any performance problems, or anything at all, if you wanted to, within the 14 days period, if you're just not happy with this device, you can return it. It says, I'm a brown box from Samsung. Is there anything more exciting than delivery from Samsung.com? We might be biased, but probably not. Get more at Samsung.com, Samsung Care Plus, Samsung Rewards, help and support, and here's the Samsung logo. So inside, if you move further down, you'd have a packaging list, an invoice, and all that kind of stuff. And then you get a Jiffy bag, which you might need if you wanted to return, like I mentioned before. Postage options and things. So let's keep it away. There's also a tracking label, again, if you wanted to return. Moving further down, you've got the device itself, packed in this black box. So that's the S25 Plus. So nothing else in the box, so let's get rid of it. Alright guys, so this is the S25 Plus that comes in this black box. There isn't much that comes inside of the box. It doesn't have any specifications, probably does. There's the IMEI information. It's a dual SIM. One is eSIM, the other one's physical SIM. This is the 512 top model, 12 gigabytes of RAM, and the SM5936B. That's the model. And at the back you've got the UK representation of Samsung and the address in Dublin and in the UK as well. So, right, are you ready for the unboxing experience? Let's do it. It's quite simple. You need nothing really, nothing at all to unbox this. Alright, so right out of the box comes the Samsung S25 Plus. Here comes the documentation and the SIM ejector tool. Here's your SIM ejector tool. And there's also some documentation. There's also the USB-C cable. The phones these days obviously do not come with a power brick. You have to buy that separately. But there's an offer going on with Samsung. If you like this device, after 14 days of the purchase, obviously the 14 days is the period when you can return the device, but after that they would send you a survey link so you can review the device, and in turn you'd get a gift, which would be a combination of a charger and a back case. So yeah, we're up for it and we'll see what comes, and we're obviously going to be sharing with you guys when that arrives. So here's your Type-C cable. Let's open it up. So here's your Type-C to Type-C cable. About 1 meter in length. Let's keep it onto the side. Then there is this reference standard guidance, state of issue and that kind of stuff. Statement of compliance. Guarantee, warranty. You normally get 12 months out of the box. Some manufacturers do give you 24 months. There is some regulatory requirements in the UK for some suppliers to give you warranty, extended warranty of 24 months. Quick start guide, SIM installation, and all that jazz mentioned on this document. So let's keep everything away and focus on the Samsung S25 Plus. So here's the beauty, and getting it right out of the box, you get a cover right on top of the display. At the back you get these beautiful looking cameras, and as you get it out of the box, it looks really cool, nice and premium. Beautiful. Look at that, beautiful. Here's your volume rockers, power button, and nothing on this side. Just the 3 buttons as standard. Here's your 2 radio antennas, one over here and this one over here and here as well. So 3 of these, 2 on the bottom, 1 at the top. You get the noise cancellation and the secondary microphone. The primary microphone, of course, is at the bottom. There's the speaker grill over here, and there's the SIM slot at the bottom as well. Let's actually quickly have a look at the SIM options, that's what you get right over here. You do get 2 SIM options, so 2 SIMs over here at the bottom. As you insert this, that's all done. So volume rockers, power button over here, and here's your display. Let's get the cover off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it's a pretty good sized device, to be honest. People think that the S25 Plus is the plus size. It's really the standard size in the smartphone market. All the phones these days in the market are pretty much the same size, 6.7 inches. So really no idea why people call it plus size. But anyway, so there's really nothing major. Type-C over here, of course, the speaker grill. This one also becomes your secondary speaker. There isn't a dedicated secondary speaker grill anywhere other than the one at the bottom and this earpiece that doubles up as the speaker grill. Yeah, not much to talk about. Let's quickly turn it on. Alright, secured by Knox, Samsung Galaxy. All getting started now. There you are, language selector. Start. And we will go, of course, to English United Kingdom for your review. Sending diagnostic information. Agree to all. Next. Easy setup with that device. Set up manually. Skip. The Wi-Fi has been connected. So what we're looking at here is the service provider setup. Let's restart. Of course, there's no SIM installed at the moment, but there we are. Looks pretty nice, pretty neat. Look at the body, the design. And some fingerprints, of course, on the screen. It's not the matte finish. That screen is different. The Ultra has an anti-reflective screen, but this one's very much reflective. You can see there's quite a bit of light reflecting on the screen. So set later in settings. Let's progress into the setting to go up to the home screen. Don't copy. Checking info. This is very much a bezel-less phone. Look at that. This is really cool. Skip anyway. Google services, whatever, more, accept. Let's do it. Choose your search engine. Next. Interestingly, Microsoft Bing comes at the top while they talk about Gemini all the time. The collaboration. Interesting. Sign in. One account. Sign in. Don't have an account. Set up later in settings. Skip. Skip. More. Agree. Accept. So you're all set. So you get make complex tasks simple with Gemini, transcribe and summarize calls, listen to web page summaries, use writing assist to help you write and edit. There's now briefing, there's options, you can draw things into your images, artists and stuff. Some creator-led features as well, unique portrait, app translation, call translation, wallpaper selection, live effect, circle to search, phone calls translation, translate while chatting, translate conversations, note smarter, summarize voice recordings, web pages, and photos and photo editor. Reimagine pictures in photo editor, generate your own wallpaper. And a lot more at the bottom as well. There's more features, One UI customizations, folders, expert editing, trim videos, and all that kind of setting. Phone files from your PC and stuff. So let's go back to home. And that's it. It's all set up already. So if you swipe down on the left, you get some notifications and that kind of setting. The time is accurate. And on the right, you get the control bar with all the additional control settings. Wow, this is so smooth. This is really smooth. Definitely, I definitely like it. Wi-Fi is all connected, Bluetooth, and you can also swipe on your left and right just to get the right settings that you need. Here's your highest brightness display. Not entirely enticing in terms of the peak brightness. I know it's 2600 nits. It's fine. It's not too bright. Hopefully it's alright in, outdoor conditions. You can also do the auto option right next to the brightness toggle. There's also the volume toggle just below it. Very responsive. The screen's pretty nice. I really like the dynamic screen. I know there was some settings to adjust the screen resolution. So let's go to display and see what the screen resolution is like. So it's full HD at the moment. So we could go to quad HD. And this is exclusively on the S25 Plus and the S25 Ultra. You can't do this on the S25, the little one, the 6.2 inches one. So this is kind of the quad HD. Of course, it does consume a bit more battery, but the battery is pretty sizable in this device. It's 4900 milliamp hours, and you just get about 100 milliamp hours on the Ultra with a bigger phone, bigger display, and all the additional features. So I am pretty sure that this should last really long in terms of the battery capacity and, giving you a full day's worth of charge. You can increase the touch sensitivity, show charging information, navigation bar can be adjusted, quite a lot of settings there. And you could probably also remove these toggles at the bottom, these buttons. They can probably also be removed or swapped if you want to. Adaptive color tone is also supported. Eye comfort shield, dark mode settings. These are currently dark, but you can also switch to light, which is going to make the display very nice and bright. That rhymed. So what else do we have? If you look at the overall settings, we will see the search looks very different. It's also actually easier to search because obviously you get some results based on whatever you start to type. And there's also the Gemini while using the app. Okay, there is now brief at the bottom as well, which is all interesting. Let's reduce the brightness a little bit, just to make it sensible for the recording, of course. So here's all your, no, that's not the settings. Let's go to the settings. So here's all your settings. You can sign into your Galaxy account or your Samsung account. Protect your Galaxy device by obviously signing up to the suggestions and stuff, Samsung Care Plus and stuff. It does come with 3 months of Samsung Care Plus, so if you break this device at all, or if there's any damage at all, you'd be covered by the Care Plus insurance, which is pretty slick. Connections, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, flight mode and that kind of stuff, SIM manager, data usage and stuff. So I really like the fact that it does have 2 SIM slots right out of the box. There's also eSIM option, which you can also consider, but you can do 2 SIMs right out of the box, which is pretty neat, pretty good. Like, more often than not, people are traveling, they do need more than 1 SIM. If they're not traveling, that's a different story altogether. There can also be personalization in terms of, like your personal account, your business account, business SIM, personal SIM. Everyone does that these days. You have your personal number and your professional number, for example. So that's definitely one thing that Samsung have considered. And keeping that in mind, they've got the 2 SIMs available right out of the box. There's Galaxy AI, which you can set up if you want to, but obviously you need to set up your Samsung account, Google, email, or QR codes. It does show that there's an interesting tie-up with Google going on. Notifications, status bar, navigation, vibration intensity, all the standard stuff. This is the 15, isn't it? This is 15. Let's quickly have a check. Software update. Is there any new update available? It's up to date. One UI 7, Android 15, current version, security patch December 2024. So it's fully up to date. There's no upgrade available, but doesn't Samsung say this is supported for 7 years right out of the box? So cool, so slick. Tips and user guide, about phone, S25 Plus. So if you look at the software information, Android 15, One UI 7, What else do you have? Is there any hardware spec mentioned anywhere? Status information, language and input, physical keyboard, mouse and trackpad, reset option, customization, and you can contact them if you need any assistance. Advanced features, Bixby, woo! Does anyone use Bixby? I've previously reviewed some Galaxy smartwatches, but really Bixby, nobody uses Bixby. I think Galaxy AI is fine, Gemini, Google, they are the de facto standard assistants, but Bixby really doesn't give anymore. But they have it if you want to use it. There's also labs, so multi-window on all apps, so there'll be some experimental features which you can enable. So they can obviously work on it and bring you like a GA polished version of that on your phone. So quite an interesting option here, but again you'll have to send some data to Samsung, I suppose. Cool, motion and gesture, one-handed mode, multi-window, side button and stuff. So game boosters, Galaxy Avatar, dual messenger, advanced features, device care, apps, software update. So let's quickly have a check on storage. This doesn't currently support swipe, so I'll have to type, which I don't like much. Storage. Wait, what happened there with storage? I was searching for storage. That's it, storage. Okay, so 512 gigabytes, 35 used, 6% used, and 94% that you can use. And there's memory, so 6.1 gigabytes available of the 12 gigabytes of memory that comes right out of the box. Clean 1 gigabyte. All of these additional settings are going to go. Samsung TV, Samsung Internet. 6.8 gigabytes now available. Yeah, this is cool. RAM Plus. So you can also enable RAM Plus if you've got storage available on the phone. So that uses the onboard storage as RAM for the memory. That increases this memory to 20 gigabytes. But that's very much optional. You can enable or disable. 2 gigabytes, 4, 6, 8. So you can set what you want. And there's more. What the hell? Okay, let's clean it up and see how it works, how it goes. 7.1 gigabytes now available. Brilliant. Let's go back. Storage, RAM Plus. We've looked at RAM Plus, memory. Yeah, that's it. Storage share, my file settings. What else? App installation. Yeah, I mean the display is pretty nice, pretty slick right out of the box. It feels really nice and premium. It's the display really, isn't it? So there's also the camera, of course, there's the camera. So let's have our Galaxy Buds over here. So 12 megapixels at the moment. So we're going to quickly do a little snap, 3 snaps. Let's see how it goes. Looks pretty nice. Obviously in artificial lighting. A bit of noise, but it seems alright. Yeah, there's some noise. And what's the size of this image? Let's quickly have a check. Details. So that's a bit compressed as well, I think. It's about 3 megabytes. Seems like a bit compressed, but there's not many colors, so maybe it's accurate. Let's quickly have a check on if you wanted to zoom in. The ultra wide option. And you can go up to 30x. Nice. That looks pretty cool. What does it look like with 30x? It's not too bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's not too bad. And then look at the details. That's about 1.11 megabytes. So, of course, the size is going to be reduced. So that's your back camera. Turn around, and here's your front. So that's our setup. Slick. Simple and slick. Looks pretty nice. That's good. Approved, approved, approved. Certainly the front camera also looks pretty good. We'd obviously be testing this camera later on a bit more. For now, let's go back to the back cam, of course. Yeah, it looks really nice. In its physicality, it's got a pretty massive camera bump, the 3 of these, 1, 2 and 3. Main camera, ultra wide, telephoto. There's obviously 3 cameras. Overall, this phone looks premium, looks really, really cool. This is a beautiful looking phone. Obviously it does come with the latest and the greatest Snapdragon 8 Elite, 12 gigabytes of RAM and 5 12 gigabytes of storage. So with the Ultra you get 1 terabyte of storage right out of the box, whereas with the S25 and the S25 models you get the 12 gigabytes all across the board, but 12 gigabytes is the peak, the max that's available. Let's quickly have a check on if there might be any bloatware. It's very nice and responsive, we must say that. There's 3 apps in the background. Netflix, Spotify, members. Samsung-y bloatware, I would say. So if you don't need health, you don't need Bixby and stuff, smart switch, variable, Samsung shop. You might need them, you might not need them. For me, it's all really bloatware specific to Samsung. YouTube music. Might not need this. Global goals. Okay, fine, yeah. There's also notes, the standard notes. I love these. Samsung Galaxy Notes is the best app, I suppose, for note taking and stuff. I think this is the best app. I've used it on S8, S8 Plus, S9, S9 Plus as well, and the S10 ranges I haven't, but yeah, it's one of the best note taking app. It's got all the features. You can obviously use the S Pen and stuff. I think this device does support S Pen. If you've got an S8 with the stylus or the S Pen, you could probably use that on this device as well. But that is to be tested, of course, and we will obviously let you know if it does work. But yeah, what else do you get? You get calculator, calendar, settings, camera, tips, notes, global goals, Facebook. I mean, the first thing I would do is just get rid of Facebook. Microsoft, M365 Copilot, OneDrive, LinkedIn, Outlook, Play Store, Samsung Free. Yeah, this is the TV streaming service for free. But do remember, if you're in the UK, you'd have to pay for a TV license if you're watching free TV. So just be mindful of that if you are consuming such services. Other than that, there's contacts, there's the settings, of course, we looked at settings, Galaxy Store. Yeah, sometimes I just feel, why do we need these different stores? There's Play Store, there's Galaxy Store, and whatnot. There's all the crap that just gets added on the phone just because of the fact that there's additional storage available. You might not need all of these things, but you can't really stop these manufacturers adding all of this additional. For some it might be bloatware, for some it might be useful, but yeah. Yes, that's what comes out of the box. There's also the Google notification and stuff. Obviously you'd have to log into your Google account to get all of those feeds and stuff. And there's a lot of customization, of course, supported. So you can additionally move things around. There's now brief and stuff. Galaxy AI, continue, joyful day. You know, obviously you have to log on to your Google account or just set up an email account. What's this? Oh, your health stuff, okay. So if you click and hold, you get your AI assistant in Gemini. You'll have to obviously log in, so click and hold. Click and hold. Yeah, so comes Gemini right out. So easy access. Click and hold. That's where we are. There's also an option if you were to swipe. Is that still the case? So if you press and hold, you still get that. So you get the Google Assistant. You can obviously adjust that as well. Click and hold. Get your Google Search Assistant. There's also Google Translate available. I would rather prefer that Google Lens over here. But yeah, that's what Samsung gives you out of the box. Camera, browser, as standard. Yeah, really responsive. This device is quite responsive, featuring the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite processor, which is really the most powerful processor available in mobile SoCs at this time. It's definitely faster than the Apples at the moment. The 16 Pro Max, yeah, it's faster than that. We will do some benchmarks, we'll do more on this device in the coming days. But there you have it, guys, Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus. This is the model of choice we think is the bang for the buck within the Samsung S25 lineup. This is the one that we think is the most sensible product to buy in the series. If you've got any questions or queries in regard to this device, please do let us know. Like this video, share this video, and subscribe to ManExpress. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Take care. Cheers. Bye.